Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley with Adorably Shabby. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today. Today we're going to do something really fun. I'm collaborating with some friends on YouTube and we're all going to be making Beetlejuice wreaths. So it's going to be a blast. Today I'm going to take you guys inside and we're going to start working on our wreath, and also I will link below the ladies that are also participating in this. So please make sure you check out their channels, give them a like, a subscribe, watch their video. I know that it's going to be good. So I hope you enjoy today and let's go on in. For this project, I did do a lot of DIYs that you probably could just buy if you didn't want to put that much work or time into it, and that's totally fine. Sometimes I do that. This time I just wanted to kind of use up some things that I already had. So the only things I purchased were this grapevine wreath. I got it from Walmart. And I purchased a roll of this lime green burlap ribbon from Amazon. I want to keep this kind of true to my own personality, which is like farmhousey. And so you're going to see that this wreath may not be like the bright, fun wreath that some of the other ladies are going to do, which is good because you want kind of a variety. This is going to match my house, but also be fun and cute too at the same time. We're going to go ahead and get started on the things that we're going to have to paint. That way they can go ahead and dry. The first thing I'm using is this burlap ribbon. It is wired. I got it from Hobby Lobby. I believe I paid $10 and it's a huge roll. Like, I've used it for a ton of different projects. I wanted to use black and white stripes because that's iconic for the movie, and I didn't have black and white striped ribbon. So what I'm going to do is use some painter's tape, and I'm going to tape off the stripes on my ribbon. So let's go ahead and do that real quick so that can dry. Now I am just eyeballing it. I want my stripes fairly even, so I'm just gonna eyeball about a tape's length away. And I'm just gonna keep doing this until I have probably about 4 feet of this, because I'm gonna make a pretty good size bow. You may wanna do more than 4 feet if you like your bow really big. I have wax paper down. You can just fold these under so they don't stick to your wax paper, like mine did. Okay, and just keep doing this for the whole length of that ribbon. And I want to make sure I have really good contact on here because I don't want it to bleed through. It may bleed through some anyways because the ribbon is textured, so that is something that could definitely happen. This is actually something you could totally do with your kids if you wanted something fun to do with them for Halloween. You could actually just paint this entire thing white. I kind of wish I would have done that, to be honest, and then tape it and do the black stripes on it. I mean, that would have made total sense, but you know, I just make more work for myself, I guess. Okay, so I've got my whole ribbon taped off, and now I'm going to bring my wax paper back, and I'm going to start doing, I'm going to do the white first because it's easier to paint black over white. Okay, so now I'm going to take my paintbrush and just get some white paint, and I'm going to paint all the parts that do not have tape. Could also spray paint this. I don't know, I think there's something therapeutic about using a paintbrush. This is also another part that would be fun for the kids. So I think I'm gonna hand this off to Cooper. Come on over here. This is Cooper, my littlest. And he wants to help out, so I'm gonna let him start painting these stripes white. Just get quite a bit on there. Just get a bunch on there. Here, let's roll your sleeves up so you don't get it on your clothes. There we go. All right, paint some of those stripes. And the more you get, the better, see? And just spread that out.
I showed Dawson my track on the meet. I don't remember when the people get on. I showed Dawson my tractor I made.
Oh, yeah.
I put in the chat box. I said, I built a tractor last night, and Ms. Bishop said, you built a real tractor like that you can drive?
I heard her say that.
And I said, no, it's a toy. I built it last night. And then I showed him on the camera.
Oh, yeah. Did he like it?
Yeah. And he said, I'm building a house. That's our house that we've been working on, remember?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so now we're going to do our bow. So we're going to take our lime green ribbon and we are going to just fold it over and keep going. So I folded it over. It's like we're spiraling like this. So fold it again, and you're just going to overlap right here in the center. I'm going to hold it with my other hand. Now I'm going to fold over again. And this you can do as many times as you want, depending on how many loops you want. But what you're going to do is you're going to make these meet even on each side. So I just want 2 loops. So I'm only going to do it that many times. And then I'm going to let this be the same length, and I'm just going to cut it off right there. So you've got it like this. Now what you're going to do is take some string of any kind. This is just something I had. And you're going to hold it with this hand, and you're going to kind of scrunch it and walk it with the other and push the ribbon into your fingers like this. Okay, so then you're going to pick it up. You're going to tie a tight knot. I like to wrap mine around a few times. You're going to tie a tight knot in the back. I'm going to double it. There we go. I'm gonna leave those strings on there, I think, because that might end up being how I tie it onto the wreath. I'm not for sure. Okay, so I like to put these in the ends of the tails, I guess you call them. So now I'm gonna take tape off of this. It's actually not completely dry. So I think I might dry it with a hairdryer once I get the tape off. If it bled through under the tape, that's okay, because you're gonna put the black next. And so that's gonna cover that. As long as it's dry, you'll be able to go over that line. It'll look fine. So finish taking all your tape off, and then we'll go back and do the black stripes. Okay, so now I have all the pieces of tape off of my ribbon. I did take a hairdryer and dry both sides of the ribbon so that it's not a mess to work with. As you can see, it started out that way. So I've got some black paint on my double layer of wax paper so it don't go through. And I'm going to start just freehanding the line. It does not have to be perfect. Do not stress out about this. I'm gonna start right here so you can see it better. Start in the middle of the line and then work your way out. You can use your brush in the other direction. It doesn't have to go on super thick, so then you won't notice as much if your line is not straight. We're just trying to get like a cute black and white stripe. But the rest of my wreath is very like shabby chic almost, so it'll be fine if it's not perfect. Okay, so we got a pretty good line doing that. So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna do the rest of the ribbon this way. Another fun little detail that I'm gonna add is, okay, I always add a little greenery under my bows when I do wreaths, but this time I don't want it to look alive, I want it to look dead. So I'm gonna mix some black and white paint, and I'm gonna paint this greenery so it looks like dead leaves, like death, you know what I mean? So we're just gonna keep it fun for Halloween. So all I'm gonna do, I'm mostly using black, but I'm gonna do a little bit of white just to kind of give it some dimension. So first I just put the black paint, and then I'm just gonna thin that out and maybe kind of gives it like a ghosty feel. And you don't have to take much time on this. I mean, it's something that's very quick that you could do. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's kind of part of what it needs to look like, is something that's not perfect. So just do it really quick. I'm just gonna go through and do a little bit on the stem, just so it matches really good. So there we go. I might add a little more black, just randomly. It's gonna be really good and dead looking. Just make sure you smooth it out good so it dries quicker. Okay. So there's one, and then I have another twig for the other side of the bow. These are just like little random pieces I have taken off of like Greenery, like garland. Okay, so now I'm going to start putting my wreath together. And the first thing I'm gonna do is cut some long tails with the green ribbon. So I'm gonna make a couple about the same size. I'm gonna take one end of it and cut my triangles like I did before. Do that on the other piece as well. Okay, so now I am going to use my black ribbon instead of making a bow. Once I got it done, I thought it was going to be really cute to just kind of wrap this around the wreath some so that it looks like the big sandworm that's on the movie. So I'm going to just kind of play around with it until I get it to look like I want and go from there. Okay, so now I've got it glued on and I left this part kind of up like this, and what I'm gonna do is take my scissors and I'm gonna cut this to look like the head of the sandworm. It's not gonna be perfect, but it's gonna look cute, so. Okay, so now I'm going to put our bow and the tails of our bow on. So first, I'm just gonna get the ends to where they're not big. Okay, and I'm gonna do that on the other side as well. Just be careful because that glue gets really hot. Okay, so I'm going to make this be the top of my wreath. So I'm going to take, I want my bow sort of to the side over here. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to glue it here first. And then I'm going to kind of put a line of it about right here. And I'm going to kind of push it up right there. And then I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna put a line right here. I'm gonna push it up right there. Just makes like a cute little wave, and you can flip your tails up right there. And then I'm gonna do the same with the other tail. So this is the little sign that I showed you before, and I'm going to attempt to attach it over to this side. I'm just gonna kind of play around with this until I get it the way I want it. Okay, now I'm just gonna add our dead leaves that we painted earlier. And to do this, I'm just gonna put the glue along that stem right there, and I'm going to glue it to where it's under the loop, but still sticks out so you can see it on top of that tail. I'm gonna do the same with this one. Okay, just let that dry. All right. So we're going to now get the paint pen out and write on our chalkboard. Okay, so we are all done with our Beetlejuice wreath, and here is the final product. Isn't it cute? It's super cute and festive, but it still does tie in with my farmhouse look, and so that makes me happy. And let's go put this on my door. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this DIY Beetlejuice wreath for Halloween. I know that I really enjoyed it. I definitely stepped out of my comfort zone for this one. I'm sure you guys were surprised when I said what type of wreath I was going to make today. But I do think it turned out really cute, and it still matches my farmhouse. So I'm super happy. I just want to thank Sue at Discovering the Art of Living for contacting me to do this collaboration, and I had so much fun with it. Please check out her channel. She has a video of her making a Beetlejuice wreath, and also check out Mo Does DIYs and Lovely Moments Creating. We all did Beetlejuice themed wreaths, but you know they're all going to turn out completely different, so make sure that you check them all out. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and go over to their channels and subscribe and like their videos as well. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today, and I will see you guys soon. See ya!